All right, it's that time again. Let's talk about what's going on all across Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market, including Collin County, where I specialize. And as I do every week, I like to get into the numbers. Of course, inflation's up. Fed Reserve is not sure if they're going to increase rates or not. But as I always say, it's the 10-year bond, Treasury bond that matters. And that's at 4.374. That's pretty low. Was a little below that. It dropped to the lowest point it had been since prior to the war, so that's a good sign. Things are still going on over there in Iran. Hopefully that settles down. Hopefully there's some resolution soon. But good news is West Texas Intermediate crude, it dropped below 70. Today it ended up a little over 70. And Brent crude is about 73. That's down $5 from last week. So those are all good signs. Let's hope we keep seeing positive moves that direction. And now let's get into the numbers. I do want to bring this up. I've been talking to sellers a lot who still think that because they paint a house, put flooring in, put a new roof on, that suddenly that adds value to the house. Those are maintenance items in general. You put a new air conditioner, yes, there's some value to the buyer. It makes them feel better knowing that things are done, hot water heater. Improvements are things like new kitchen, new bath. Flooring may add some value. You're not going to get back all the money you put in. The only place you're going to get potentially more money is in kitchens and the primary bathroom. So if you think throwing paint on, putting landscaping in, putting new flooring in, you're going to get your money back. Not the way it works, especially in this market. It is not a seller's market. I cannot emphasize that enough. I can tell you, sellers right now are having to give concessions in many cases, sell below list price. So if you're buying, great news for you. If you're a seller on, even though it sounds counterintuitive, I say it every week, it's good news for you. Even though you get less on your home, you're going to pay less for the next one. So it's going to wind up being a wash. But keep that in mind. So all across Dallas-Fort Worth last week, there were 8,656 new listings. That's up 311 from the week before. And we had 984 homes go back on the market. That's down 10. Again, I mentioned this. Homes go back on the market for multiple reasons. Buyers have lots of choices, so if you decide, hey, I don't want to make this repair, or maybe I don't want to give a concession after you saw the list of repairs and said, no, take it as it is. People can walk, so keep that in mind. There were 1,300 home sellers that didn't get the memo that it's not a seller's market, and they raised the price of the home. That's up 37. On the positive end, 10,641 home sellers decreased the price of their home. That's up 337. Look at that number. That is about 2,000 more price reductions than new listings that hit the market. This tells you where we're at in the market. It's not a seller's market. If somebody's telling you it is, that is incorrect. Is every neighborhood going to be the same? No. Location, different locations in a neighborhood can give you a different result, just depending where it is, what it's next to. That's why you need to get a great realtor involved. If you're thinking of selling, if you're thinking of buying, you want to make sure you get the best advice. And ChatGPT and Claude cannot give you that advice. They don't know context. They only know data. Data is not housing. Yes, it's part of it, but that is not what matters in the end. 1,842 homes went under contract. That's down 11. There were 5,674 homes that closed. That's up 735. 500 homes expired off MLS. That's down 108. 2,882 home sellers threw at their hands and canceled their listings. That's up 112. Now we're to Collin County specifically. There's currently 6,764 homes. Lots of choices in Collin County for as a buyer. 483 homes are under an active option contract of some kind. 1,656 homes are pending, headed to closing. 8,371 homes have closed since the beginning of this year. If you have questions about what's going on in your neighborhood, you're thinking of selling, want to know if there's things you need to do to make it market ready. Maybe you need advice about something, I mean, real estate related. Maybe you need a mechanic. Maybe you need a handyman. Maybe there's something you need. If I don't know someone, I know someone that does. I'm a connector. Feel free to reach out to me. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your enemies too. My dog Augustus would love it. He was sick this last week. He'd sure appreciate all your love. That way you can put some weight back on. See you next week, and all my contact information is at the end of this video. Talk to you soon.